Okay, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Marta and I really hope you like this video because it is one of my favorite videos to watch. And yeah, that's all. Yeah, it is already March. It is like the second of the month if I'm not mistaken. So it is time for my February wrap up of the books I read this month, and it was such a good reading month. I read 11 books. None of them were rereads, which is really different as the month before because I read 6 books in January and 4 of them were rereads. So yeah, it's a big change. And we have a bit of everything. I have it here on my iPad. But I read 5 romance books, 5 fantasy books, and one that I don't know in which genre to put it, but it is fine. And most of them I read them on my ebook as always, but I did read 2 as a physical copy. So yeah, only one book is in Spanish, but it is fine. We also had my first 5-star read of the month of the year, and it is so exciting because I did not expect that book to be such a fun story and all that. But yeah, I'm going to start talking about the books because that's why you're here, and stop rambling about nonsense. So yeah, welcome to this wrap up. Okay, the first book I read this month, it is The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. I read a couple of years ago The Happily Ever After, which is the second book, because I didn't know there was a first one. But I really like Abby Jimenez writing. I have so much fun reading her books, so I wanted a bit of a fast-paced romance, a fun book which I didn't have to put much brain into understanding. So that's why I chose that, and it was good, but it is not my favorite. Like, well, I'm going to talk about what the book is. Basically, these 2 characters meet and they start hanging out and becoming friends, but she doesn't want like to date him. He is obsessed with her, but at the same time, because we have both POVs, we know that she thinks about him a lot, but she doesn't want to start a relationship with him. So because they have like different opinions into kids and all of that, and yeah, it was fun, but it was a bit meh for me. Like, it is just not my type of book, but I gave it like 3 stars, so it's good. I would recommend it, but I wouldn't buy a physical copy, for example. So yeah, but it is okay. It is fine. Okay, next I read Lo que la nieve susurra al caer by Maria Martinez. This book is in Spanish, and she's one of my favorite authors. I absolutely adore her books, and this I think is her newest release. I'm not really sure, but I bought this book when I finished exams because the cover is so pretty, and it was really fun. I read like in 2 days. I remember reading it while I watched the red carpet of the Grammys, and I just had so much fun. I couldn't stop. But basically, we have 2 characters. Hunter is a musician, and he is feeling a bit blocked, you know, because he received a letter that changed his life, basically. And he decides to go to this town that it is related to the letter, to try and find some inspiration for his music. And then we have Willow, who just broke up with her boyfriend. She's really lost. She doesn't know what to do, so she goes to her grandma's house, and there she meets Hunter, and they start hanging out. And yeah, it was really fun. It was really cute. I just love the way Maria Martinez writes. She is amazing, and the book was just such a cozy story. Like, it was perfect. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. Like, it is not my favorite by her, but so good, and I will absolutely recommend this book to everyone. I'm so sad that this isn't in English. Like, they should translate her books, please. But yeah, okay, the next one. I don't know what to think exactly, because, well, it is depend by Ali Hazelwood. I was gonna say Abby Jimenez, no, Ali Hazelwood. It was not for me. I'm not going to talk a lot because I don't know, like, on my Goodreads, I didn't write that book. It's just not my cup of tea, and I was really excited to read this book because I have so much fun reading her books. But basically, we have 2 characters who start like a physical relationship, and it was just not for me. I didn't like it. I like other types of romance books, so that's my fault. But yeah, like, it is fast paced. Like, Ali Hazelwood makes her books in a way that you can't stop reading, so really good in that part. But yeah, just like, the plot was not for me. The characters, I didn't like them enough to actually care. And yeah, no rating. Like, I don't know what I would give it. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, the next one, it is a new favorite book, and that is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick. I have a physical copy, which so excited. I bought this for €5 because it is like, it was not printed well, so that only this page, like, the rest of the book is perfect. Yeah, so happy about that. I gave it 4.5 stars. I think it's so good. The story, the setting, the characters, the plot, everything, the magic system. But yeah, basically this is gothic fantasy duology. We follow Elspeth, who lives in this world in which there is an illness that if you suffer from it, you start like developing a magic. Can be every type of magic, and normally you're killed when you have that illness because the king orders so. But a main character wasn't killed, and she has like a voice in her head that she calls a nightmare, and is growing stronger. And she also meets a highwayman who starts working with her to find these pregnant scars to cure this illness and all of that. I did such a bad job explaining this. Like, I don't know why it is so difficult for me to actually explain the plot, but I promise you, if you read it, it is not difficult at all. Like, it's not. Yeah, it was so fun. The only reason why I didn't give it 5 stars is the romance. I just did not care, and that's rare for me because I love a good romance subplot, but this wasn't it for me. But yeah, really good. Nevertheless, I love one of the characters in this book, and I hope that the second one follows more of him. And yeah, I'm so excited for the second one. Like, the ending left me shocked, so I just need to buy the physical copy of Two Twisted Crowns, but I can't find it here in Madrid. That's so sad. But yeah, please read this book. It is so hype because it's really, really good. And she's also coming out with a new book really, really soon, and I'm so excited. Okay, next. This month I tried to finish as many series as I could, and instead of finishing series, I decided to start a new one, and that is Laila by Alice Axter. And I normally space a series over the years, like it is really bad. But in this case, I finished the whole trilogy, or the 3 books that are out, in the same month. That's so rare for me. Like, yeah, and that gives, like, I think that talks for itself. I really love this series. It's so much fun. Basically, we follow this world in which there was a curse set upon the 6 rulers, and to break it, every 100 years an island appears for only 100 years for the rulers to try and break the curse. These curses can be like no one can get older than 25 years old. Like, when you get 25 years old, you die. Or you can go out at night or in the daylight, things like that. Yeah, we follow Isla, who is going to the island to try and break the curse, but one of the rulers has to die for that, and it's like a competition aspect and trying to survive. You don't know who to trust and who hates, who love, who cares. And yeah, it was so much fun. I really liked the romance in this first book. I did not love the romance in the second one and part of the third one. Like, it is a love triangle, and I don't love any of the characters for our main character, but I have my preference. But I just felt like the romance was a bit repetitive in some points. That's why in the second book it was not my favorite, and the third one, the first half, was also not my favorite. I thought it was a bit the same thing over and over again. But yeah, I gave the first book like that 4 stars, or maybe 4.5. I'm not really sure. I think maybe 4.5. Yeah, I just had so much fun. Yeah, 4.5. And then the second one, I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought it was just a bit repetitive, that none of the plot points were that interesting for me, but it was fun nevertheless. Like, I love the world. I think it's so fun. And then the last book, Sky Shade, I gave it 4 stars. It's so fun. And I need, please, the book that Alice Axter is talking about in her TikTok. Like, the author is talking about publishing the story from the point of view of the 2 romance love interests, and it will be so much fun. So please, Alice Axter, I need them. So yeah, really fun. I do recommend this series. Like, I have seen on TikTok that people do not like it, but I saw Amy Rossum review this book, and I was like, I trust you, and I'm so happy that I read them. Also, she's coming out with a romance book really soon, and I'm so excited. But yeah, then for Valentine's Day, I decided to pick up a romance book, and I chose Beck, Borrow or Steal by Sarah Adams. This is her newest release, and it's part of the When in Rome standalone series. It is the third one. It was so much fun. It was so cute. Basically, we have a bit of a rivals trope. We have both POVs, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I'm mistaken. Am I making that up? I'm not really sure right now. But yeah, we have our main character, Emily, who is writing a book, but no one knows that. She's also a teacher, and she's feeling a bit lost. And then we have Jack, her rival. They have been rivals since college, and they used to work at the same school, but Jack moved away. But now he's coming back, and they are neighbors. So yeah, and they start hanging out, and it's just so cute, so fun, so wholesome. I really like both of our main characters, but there were a couple of things that were so cringy. So that's why it is not a 5 stars, but it is 4 stars, so that's really good. And I'm so excited for the next book and last book on this standalone series, because it sounds so freaking good. Yeah. Okay, next I read Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez, the third book in the Friend Zone series, the third book and the last one. So I think it's one of my series. Yeah, this was really fun, but at the same time it was really sad. Basically, we follow Vanessa, who is a YouTuber, and she's now taking care of her sister's baby. But she's basically living her life living her life at its fullest. Like, each day is like her last day, and that is because she thinks that she's going to die in a year, because something about her family and illness or something like that. And then we have Adrian, who is a lawyer, and he lives next door. And one day, the baby is crying at night, so he goes to her apartment and starts helping her with taking care of that baby, and they start being friends. Like, they can date because she doesn't want to start a relationship if she thinks she's going to die in a year. So, that makes sense. Yeah, it was so wholesome, and I was sobbing my eyes out in one part specifically. And yeah, there were also a couple of moments that were a bit too cringy for me. I have one in mind that I absolutely despise, but it was good nevertheless. Like, I have so much fun reading Abby Jimenez. One of my favorite books is Yours Truly, and just for the summer also. So I'm so happy I finally read this. But yeah, I gave it 4 stars. I don't know if I have said that. Yeah. Then I have my first 5 star of the year. So excited. And that is Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherland, by Heather Fawcett. Don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm so sorry. But this is a cozy fantasy. It's the second book in a trilogy. The third book just came out, and I just love this book so much. Basically, we follow Emily Wilde, who is studying fairies, and she goes to a small town to try and finish her encyclopedia. of fairies, and there she's studying like all these creatures, and one day her rival comes to work with her, and it is just so wholesome. The second book follows her making like a map, and I just have so much fun. It is not for everyone because not a lot of things are happening, but if you like the vibes of small town, fairies, romance, and all that, please read this book because the second book is amazing. Like the first one, I gave it 4 stars if I'm not mistaken, but the second book is so good. I had so much fun, and I was just smiling throughout the whole book, and I just need to read the third one already. I'm so excited. But yeah, that is my first 5 star of the year. So happy about that. And last but not least, I read The Favorites by Diane Fargo. Not sure how to pronounce her last name or her first name. And this book, it is like if Daisy Jones meets Magnolia Parks. Well, that's what I have seen over social media, and it is so true. It is so true. Basically, we follow two figure skaters. It is that what they are? Yeah. A girl called Katarina and a boy called Heath. Is that how you say her name? His name. And it is like such a toxic relationship. They are always with each other, and they don't have the easiest life, so it is just like everything is so toxic, but it is so fun. They want to go to the Olympic Games. She loves to skate, he loves her, and he skates because he loves her. So yeah, and one day an interview comes out, well, a documentary comes out, but it was not authorized. So Katarina starts telling her story, like the real story. Yeah, it is inspired by Wuthering Heights. I haven't read that book, but I have studied, so I can see why it is inspired. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. I just do not like the ending at all. I thought that it was a bit rushed. Like, I needed more to understand everything better and to care more about these characters. But yeah, really good, really fun. You also read this book so fast, and yeah, I would recommend it. But that's all. This month it was such a good reading month. Most of them were like 4 stars, so yes, amazing reading month. Yeah, I don't have any reading plans for March. I need to read the Hunger Games book for a project for uni, and that's all. That's my reading plan. Reading all the Hunger Games book because there's a new one coming out the 19th of the month, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I hope it's as fun as the other books in the Hunger Games, please, because it is about Haymitch, and I just love that character. But yeah, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video, and like, comment, subscribe, whatever. And I will see you on the next one, hopefully next week. Bye.